Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm Amy and I post 3 videos a week. I post a lot of 3-day foundation wear tests, full face first impressions, full face one brand, things like that. If that sounds like your kind of content, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on mine. In today's video, we are talking all about my top 10 palettes for summer. Eyeshadow palettes, that is. Obviously, I have a lot of different colors on my eyes. I was trying to showcase as many of the colors we're going to talk about as possible today, and I really did not even barely scratch the surface. So if you would like to see my recommendation, my collection for the season, then just keep watching. This hair, I'm going full 2000s. I've got this little ruffly sleeved shirt, this two-toned situation that you can't even barely see. I've got my hair crimped and I've got it clipped up with a claw clip, and parts of it are hanging out and parts of it are spiky, and I'm just feeling 12 all over again, except for today I've got a full face makeup on, which I didn't wear when I was 12. So some of these palettes we have talked about before on my channel, so if you are not new here, they will be familiar to you. Some of these are newer to my collection, and actually this is my second time filming this video because I had a whole different selection, and then I bought some more palettes and I was like, scratch that, I gotta do this again. So some of these are newer to my collection, which you would have seen already on my channel or on my Instagram. If you're not following me there, the link is below. And some of these are actually so new, I don't even think I've shown you them on my channel yet, but you will see them in July. So be on the lookout for those. So let's actually get into it now. One that I talk about so often on my channel, if this is your kind of color and you're into it, I highly suggest it. I recommend it. It's so good. It's affordable. I love reaching for this pretty much any season, but come on, guys. Uh Huh Honey. Look at this. I did create a yellow look over my Instagram. I will post it right here so you can see it. I had so much fun and I used this bad boy. It does things to me. I don't feel like I like the color yellow until we're talking about the Uh Huh Honey palette, and I'm like, yes, I love yellow. I mean, I forgot to even put yellow on my eyes today, but I'm sure you've seen this a lot on my channel or a lot on the internet in general. But I do think it's really good. I really do like it, and I don't use the glitter. It is very glittery, but these do pop out. This is like a magnetic thing, where these are just in there by magnet, so you could pop all these out and put them in your own thing and get rid of the glitter ASAP if you wanted to. But love this one. Definitely summer vibes. All right, this next one, I also talk about these palettes a lot. They are so good. I want to get more, but I'm really trying not to because there's so many brands I haven't tried. I don't need to get every palette from every single brand that I love, but I do love the Kimchi Chic palettes. Their eyeshadow formula is so good. This is the Mango Tango. I just think it's your perfect summer pops of summer right here. These are all mattes. You can do so much with these. I did use like a tiny bit of the blue kind of on my outer corner to blend in, but that's all I used out of this one today. But I have used this several times. It's so good, I'm not going to drown on about it because I feel like I talk about it a lot on my channel, but I really do love these Kimchi Chic palettes. I just get them. They're so affordable. They're so good. They're so good. This one I haven't talked about, I feel like, on my channel in a really long time, and I haven't really dug into in a long time, but at the beginning of my channel last summer is when I purchased it, and I used it so much then, and I need to pull it back out because it's so good. It's got so many fun colors, and the formula is to die for. These are amazing. This is the Magic Mini by Juvia's Place, and just look at how, I know it's overwhelming. It's a lot of colors. It doesn't really seem to make sense. There's only a couple of mattes, but let's not think about that. Let's think you have your all neutral collection and you really are missing some juicy, fun pops of color. You've got, look at this cool tone pop of color. You've got the greens, this like turquoisey green. These two are mattes. One is a really deep blue and one's a really deep purple. And then you've got these like celestial shades, these like bluey purpley kind of like my shirt kind of shades, and then this like silvery blue, and then this one is like a super deep ocean green, but it's a shimmer. It's so beautiful. And then you've got your warm side. I'm so sorry. You got your warm side. So you've got a gold, you've got a pink, you've got these two beautiful like mattes that are perfect for the summertime. You've got a like true neutral bronzy gold. This is more like a yellow gold, and then another pink. These pinks are different, and then these two mattes. It's so good. It's so good. It's really so good, guys. It's really so good. It's freaking bats. I know this came out in the fall. I understand that it is a fall palette. Definitely has some fall situations to it. The grunginess of the greens, especially on this black packaging. But if you take these colors out of the package and look at them individually, this is super fun, super bright, rave, disco, beautiful. This formula is so good. I'm gonna one swipe these. Like, I don't know. These indie brands, they do it. Shroud Cosmetics, Beautbean, it's freaking bats. It's so good. I think that they're still selling it. If they are, and it's really good. And I think it would be great for summer. Like I was saying, like this fun green, like imagine that all over the eyes. Like imagine it. This color, oh, that's my favorite. Yes. Okay. Next one, we've got the Flower Beauty Quad. I love this. I was not expecting to like this so much. I think the formula is so good. If you are wanting like a fiery pop of color, but you don't want to go anywhere too colorful, you like to stay kind of in that warm family, I think these are beautiful. The formula is beautiful. I love the matte and the shimmer metallic formula. It's so good. Affordable little quad if you just want a little bit of color into your collection. But I think this would be a great summer palette. You could just put this gold all over your eye, nothing else. Everyday look. This soft like pink color right here all over your eyes, that's a look. You could take it, every day. You could amp it up. Beautiful. Love it. Summer. Look at that. Imagine that with like bronzed skin. So good. Then obviously I had to mention this one, because if you do not see summer when you look at this palette, then I don't know what you're looking at. The Mercury Retrograde. Like, are you kidding? If you have ever heard anybody talk about this palette, I promise you every time you will hear them say, it's so much prettier in person. And I cannot even describe to you. When I look in the monitor, I'm like, that palette is beautiful. Ooh, that palette is gorgeous. I look at it in person and I'm like, wow. That palette is beautiful. That palette is gorgeous. You've got all these beautiful, like, gold bronzy tones. These shimmers are going to sparkle in the sunlight so beautifully. But you've also got, like, kind of fun colors. Even though these are very, like, soft, and I have a blue on my hand underneath that, so it looks really weird. But they look, like, pastel too bright. You could use them as a pastel too bright, or you could use these as like a blending shade and just bring a little bit of a color to a normally kind of like neutral look. This one's so beautiful. I could see this being an everyday and a fun palette. It's so good. It's so good. Love that palette. This one, when did I even try this? I feel like it was a couple months ago, and it still blows my mind how good this palette is. This palette, this formula, gosh, it's like one of my favorites. That's the Uoma Beauty Royal Heir-itage palette. Oh, if you know me, I love a pink eye. I love pink looks. I love mauve, pinky, peachy. Love it. And this gives me everything. This to me, this is an everyday palette, but it has the availability to be punched up by this light color right here and this color right here. These are so gorgeous. These metallics, you guys, I don't know how to describe to you how incredibly beautiful they are. I am someone who has tried Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows. I have tried Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I have tried Pat McGrath eyeshadows, and these are the closest to Pat McGrath eyeshadows that I've ever tried that aren't Pat McGrath. I love this palette. I am amazed and wowed by its performance and its formula, and I want to use this in the summer, especially like, oh my gosh, those colors. Ooh, I cannot wait to make some colorful, fun summer looks with this palette. And then I have this palette, which is pretty new to my collection. I don't think that you've seen it on my channel just yet. I might have used it in a video. What video did I use that in? I feel like I recently used it in a video, but I don't know if you've seen the video yet. I don't know. But that is the Pat McGrath Quad Fleur Fantasia. Like I said, pinks, purples, mauves, peaches. These are my everyday kind of colors. This to me is an everyday palette, especially in like the spring and summer. But I have not put this shade all over my eye yet. But I just know it's going to be, ooh, so juicy. Out of this world. So I do have this color on kind of in that area. And then I've got like a lot of colors on my eyes. But love this. Love it for summer. Cannot wait to dig into that more. These next ones you for sure have not seen on my channel. Because these videos are pre-filmed for later. So you'll see them in the next month or so. So number 9 is the BH Cosmetics Summer in Saint Tropez. This is the old packaging. I got it at TJ Maxx for like $6 or something. They do have an updated like external packaging, but it's still available on their website. But go look at TJ Maxx if you want to try, because that's where I got it. But it's so beautiful. I love their palettes that are in this, like the travel series. So good. The formula is so good. And look at these colors, guys. I'm sorry. Summer called, she said, you stole my color palette. These are so good. Ugh. Okay, so what I love about this one, look at these colors. I've got the primary colors here. I didn't even recognize that I did that. And then this purple. But they are so bright, so pigmented, so good. I love the formula. So you've got these mattes. Normally what we've seen here is you get kind of colorful mattes that are a little bit more neutral, and then your shimmers are kind of more fun, like a blue shimmer, a purple shimmer, a really bright yellow gold shimmer, things like that. But what they did with this palette, which is so interesting to me, is that they give you the bright mattes, which means your look is going to have automatically more color and look a little bit more bright and fun than if you did a neutral look with a pop of color on the lid. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to give you a lot of impact. Let me wipe my fingers off. And then the shimmers that they have in here are really unique colors. So they've got this one, which is like this green red kind of color. This one, which is a really bright light neon green. This purpley pink magenta one. What else? Let's go ahead and just do this one. And then this like rose gold. So these are not super bright fun. They are fun and they are bright, but they aren't as bright. But if you take like this and put it here, the way they I don't think it's coming across what I mean, but I think it's interesting how the metallics are kind of the more subdued part of the look in this palette, because the mattes are where you're getting the majority of that punch. And if you are someone who likes to do like a 2 shadow look, you're probably not going to love what or utilize what this palette has to offer. But if you like to really build up different cut creases, double cut creases, if you like to really play with color, I mean, even if you wanted to do just like an all matte blue look, this would get you there. But I think it's really a great palette for really exploring and really doing some fun things with your makeup. So I'm really excited. I have only used this on my eyes one time, but it's So good. And I have obviously swatched the colors.
I'm swatch queen.
I'm really excited about these palettes. I don't know if you can tell, but those are all of the actual palettes that I have. That's 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that's 9. For my 10th summer palette, I have 3 singles. And I'm not saying you have to get all 3, but I just think this formula right here is like so good. So good and so good for summer. You have not seen this on my channel either, but you will see it in the future. So be prepared. So we've got Bodyography glitter pigments. My favorite ones that I got are Off the Hook. Look at this beautiful neutral taupey shade. I will put like close up so you can actually see it, but like look at this beautiful, oh, that's a good everyday shade, and it's got those tiny little beautiful sparkles that are just gonna look so good in the sunlight. So if you are like an everyday gal, guy, they, them, whatever you are, it's gonna be so beautiful when the sunlight hits it. But if you are into more colorful looks, blue Morpho. Blue Morpho. Blue Morpho. Look at this thing. Oof. It's so beautiful, so lovely. And it is the kind of shade where like if you put it on your bare skin, it's just kind of like a wash of this like you see it when you turn kind of thing. But like if I were to put down, I don't know, like this hot pink with the blue on it. Oh my gosh. Or this color with the blue on it. So good. This one's really great for fun looks. And then I also have the shade Stratus, which is really beautiful, but this one doesn't have as much of a punch. This one is more of like a little sparkly bits kind of situation, whereas these other two, they do a little bit more, I feel like. But if you just want like a little bit of a glitter moment, I like this one, the Stratus. These are all of the palettes and or eyeshadows that I think would be excellent for summer, that I can't wait to play with this summer. I can't wait to show you some of the things that I've done with these newer palettes that you just haven't seen me play with yet. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!